Festival of the Lost 2023 is here, so let's get into it. Not too much has changed with this event since the 2022 version or the 2021 version, but we do have a few things here that might make this a bit more interesting than previous iterations. We've got the Legend haunted sectors, some new weapons, new eerie engrams, new cosmetics, and of course a festive tower with an awesome spooky soundtrack. To kick off the Festival of the Lost, just like every other event, go to Eva and follow the first few steps that she has you take. You'll get your basic Festival of the Lost mask that you have to equip, and keeping it equipped for the duration of the event is definitely what you're going to want to do, since it essentially is what turns on and off the event for you. But we'll get to that in just a second. First, let's head to the haunted sector and see what that's all about. These haunted lost sectors have not changed at all since last year, so if you are familiar with them, you can skip ahead to the next section. But if you aren't sure how to do them, or you just want to recap because it's been a whole year, here's how it works. You'll have A, B, and C points that will spawn randomly for a maximum of 5 minutes. Capturing any of these zones will spawn in a headless one, or basically a spooky night. Killing these will drop a nice chunk of candy, or basically Festival of the Lost money for you. Once you kill 10 of these headless ones, the main boss will then spawn in. Very simple mechanics here. This is basic Guardian level stuff. You can definitely figure it out. You just do damage, the boss goes immune, throw the bomb at the boss, and remove the shield. Rinse and repeat. It's that easy. But each time the boss goes immune, more capture points will spawn in, so make sure to take out each headless one before nuking the boss. In all of these haunted sectors, you can kill up to 15 headless ones per run, so that means a maximum of 10 for the initial 5-minute round, and 5 more once the boss comes out. As mentioned, there is also a legend variation of this haunted sector that is available as well, which will drop these new eerie engrams that you can use to take to Eva to focus the new haunted weapons. And this is called Hocus Focusing, which is just a great name. Anyway, these legend haunted sectors are definitely more difficult, but they are really not that bad at all. It basically feels like you're running a normal legend lost sector, but with 3 people, so it's 3 times as easy. You're going to be totally fine. Unfortunately, these are not match made, so you will have to have a squad to run these with. And if you don't have a squad, you already know what I'm going to say. Join the Discord. We have a very active and friendly community that wants you to join. We want to help you, so definitely join. I will see you there. But anyway, because of that eerie engram drop from legend difficulty, the legend lost sectors are the play here, since they're way more worth your time if you can get good at clearing them. And the last thing I'll say here, kind of a bug, is it seems like just for these legend lost sectors, your progress doesn't track unless you wait until that end screen is over and you're taken back to orbit. So even though it might say mission end, just don't back out. Like I said, wait until the very end. Okay, so let's get back to some basic stuff here, starting with the mask. Why do you need this mask? Well, having it equipped will allow candy to randomly drop for most enemies, which again you can use as currency to buy things from Eva. This includes the new weapons, some mystery bag stuff, which is not really worth it. Wearing a mask will also allow spectral pages to drop at the end of activities that are not haunted lost sectors. So think public events, strikes, Crucible, Nightfalls, anything, you get it. So, next question, what are spectral pages and why do you need those? Well, spectral pages are part of what you'll need to complete the Tales of the Forgotten lore books, and will simultaneously help you complete the event's Ghostwriter title if that's something you want to do. So as mentioned, you will acquire these spectral pages by, again, doing those activities that are not haunted lost sectors. You collect a few, then you take them to the haunted lost sector, and you will convert them to manifested pages by killing headless ones. The conversion ratio is very easy here. Killing one headless one will turn one spectral page into one manifested page. And because there are a maximum of 15 headless ones per lost sector, you can convert 15 spectral pages into 15 manifested pages. Wow, that was a mouthful. And just so you can see it, this is me checking on my spectral pages. Now they are converted to manifested pages. This is going to happen at the very end of the haunted sector activity. And don't quote me on this, but I do believe that the cap is 30 spectral pages, so make sure to keep an eye on your stack. You'll want to make sure to convert those spectral pages when you're at or close to that cap. So now you have manifested pages, you can go to that little kiosk next to Eva and you can start buying the lore book. You'll be able to buy the previous 2 lore books if you missed out on those as well, so that's kind of nice. But even this current lore book takes a lot of pages to complete, so you're going to want to get to grinding this. And yes, there are always speed farms for this stuff, but I personally don't really have fun playing that way. If you're really behind on like the last day, then sure, go for a farm. I just don't feel like farming heroic public events or campaign missions that I don't want to do over and over again. When playing naturally, you will be able to complete this event with plenty of time to spare. Just pace it out and you'll be fine. Cool. So now that we have the activity down and we know how all the main currencies work, what else is left? Well, we've got 1 brand new weapon and 3 reprised Festival of the Lost weapons to go for starters, and they all now have this nice matching purple pinkish color. And all of these weapons get a kind of cool origin trait called Search Party. It states that aiming down sight speed and movement speed will be increased when you are aiming down sights and when no one is near. So essentially the perfect PvP origin trait for campers, basically. First up, Horror Story has been reprised as a stasis weapon now. It's a precision frame auto rifle, and since Stasis is getting a buff next season, and with auto rifles actually becoming pretty solid in PvE content now, I'm actually going to go for this one. And I'll be going for Demolitionist and Headstone. The Jurassic Green Solar Rapid Fire Pulse Rifle also got re-reprised, and it has a few new traits on it this season. I kind of want to try the Heel Clip Incandescent or maybe Golden Tricorn with mine. Could be interesting. Macabre, the aggressive frame arc sniper rifle from last year, pretty much had the ultimate god roll that you could ask for snipers with opening shot and snapshot, and you can still go for that again this year if you want to, and to be honest, it really is what you should go for because none of the new traits this year are better than last year's. And lastly, we've got the new Acosmic Void Rapid Fire Heavy GL. I think for this guy, there is only one option to go for here, and that is Clown Cartridge and Cascade Point for some really high DPS in those situations where heavy GLs are the best option, which really isn't that many situations, but sometimes it can be great. And next, the first new memento since mementos were introduced with the Witch Queen last year just dropped. It's called the Lost Memento, and it's all black, and it's really awesome. You need it. I do not have this memento yet since I was working most of the day, but I really wanted to get this guide out. This is somewhat simple to get, so let's just cover it really quick. If you go to the Triumphs tab, then Witch Queen, then General, you'll notice a kind of cryptic triumph at the bottom. This is what we have to complete to get this new memento. You'll first need to equip the Clovis Bray Mask, which you get from completing any Legend Haunted sector. Then you'll load up the Fallen Saber Strike, the regular one is fine, and you just complete the strike. That gets done with step 1. For step 2, you will have to equip the Nimbus Mask and get 100 kills on Neomuna. Any kills from any source anywhere on Neomuna count, so it's really quick, really easy to get. And you can get the Nimbus Mask from focusing any Eerie Ingram just once. Super easy. And lastly, the grindiest part of this is getting the Tormentor Mask, which requires 100 Headless One kills to get. This is what I'm currently stuck on now, but once you equip that Tormentor Mask, you can head into a Legend Law sector and finish 25 enemies. Once this is done, this will complete the triumph, so make sure to claim it and get your memento to slap on any crafted weapon you want. I'm not 100% sure, but the theory now is that Eerie Ingrams will have the chance to drop them once you complete this, allowing you to slot in this lost memento on more weapons as well. Just keep in mind, like other mementos, you can only store one of each kind of memento in your inventory at a time, so use it when you get it. So lastly, let's talk about some miscellaneous stuff really quick. How's the Eververse store? Well, I actually think it's great. The armor sets look really cool on the Titan and Hunter, with them getting the spider sets, and the Warlock has the beetle set. I like that too. Of course, you can also pick up previous year's Festival of the Lost sets as well if you want to, which is nice if you missed any of them over the years. Lots of new shaders, you got some ghost shells, all that cosmetic stuff. And surprisingly, we have a decent amount available for Bright stuff this week, so go grind out those seasonal challenges during this event if you can. The Ghost Rider title does not seem as grueling as last year. Completing those 35 haunted sectors just took forever. So if you can complete the Ghost Rider title, try to do it because it's a cool title to have. But other than that, we really don't have that much to cover. It's a pretty straightforward event. But what do you guys think? Do you guys like it? Let me know down in the comments. Well, that is it for this one. I will see you guys in the Discord or in the next video.